If you are a Muslim, and even if you're a non-Muslim, please watch this. And I'm letting y'all know, TikTok is not gonna pay me for this video. They might even give me a strike for this video, but I don't care. I wanna share this video and I wanna discuss some things. Watch this.
I was at a city in Oklahoma. They have a cemetery, mashallah, a nice, good Muslim cemetery. 5 years fighting with the government to get a permit to bury people according to the way of the Sharia. They win the case on Monday. Tuesday or Wednesday, he got a phone call. Sounds like a white lady calling him saying, hey, my mom passed away and we need to bury her in your cemetery. He said, it's not ready yet. Sorry to ask, are you Muslim? Because from the conversation, he said, either she's very, very new Muslim or she's not a Muslim. He said, I'm not. Okay, what about your mom? She said, yes, she is. Okay, you can come to the masjid, I will meet you. So the Imam met her, and he found out that her mom is Chinese American. And basically, her mom came from China, and she arrived last week. And subhanAllah, she's an old woman. She left her husband because her husband left Islam, so she now stays a Muslim. And her husband stayed in America, and he kept the kids, so they raised Christian, or whatever religion that they have. And the mom returned back to China. But, you know, she wants her mom to visit, so she brought her for a visit. And when she arrived, she said, my mom went to the yellow book in the airport. And she took the yellow book, and she looked in the Islamic Center. She even ripped the paper out of the yellow book. This old woman, she told her daughter, if anything happened to me here, these are my brothers. And I said, Mom, what do you mean? She said, just that you know. She said, I took it like I didn't care for her. Maybe she's tired from the long travel. She said, spend the first night, second night she died while she is in her bed. So the Sheikh said, I will bury her in the cemetery. Even if it's not ready, I will make it happen. The first grave in that cemetery. Khutbah al-Jum'ah, he mentioned the story to the people. Everybody prayed Jum'ah that day, almost followed her janazah. Then the family were shocked. And they said to him, why? Who are all those people? And they said, those are her brothers. She said, my brothers, those were brothers. They were in tears. Then after she was buried, he handed him a piece of paper. She said, that's my mom's favorite prayer. Can you make it? Dr. Ahmed, he told me, and I looked at it and I started crying. Daughter and the son, and like her husband, ex-husband came. He said to him, what is in it? And she said, subhanAllah, she wrote in a broken Arabic letter, and it says, Ya Allah, guide my kids, guide my children. That's her favorite prayer. And I told her that. Her son accepted Islam in that moment. Before we left the grave, he became Muslim. And her husband said, I want to reserve, or ex-husband said, I want to reserve the grave next to her. How much it costs? So the Imam said, the cost of that grave is La ilaha illallah. Then he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Both became Muslim on the spot.
Subhanallah. If you have a dua, a sincere dua, and it's not being answered right away, do not despair of the mercy of Allah that your dua is going to be answered if it's a good dua with a good intention. That lady lived her whole life practicing her whole life. Her kids lived their whole lives practicing what they practiced her whole life. And then after she died, subhanallah, see, even the dua wasn't accepted during her lifetime. But after she passed away, see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted her dua. And she was the very sacrifice that Allah would use to accept her dua. Subhanallah. Yo, that video, it gives me freaking goosebumps. The second point, when you are Muslim, you gotta understand you have brothers and sisters all over the world. No matter where you are, no matter what color your skin is, no matter what you're doing, you have brothers and sisters all over this world. Imagine, she didn't even know these people. She didn't even know this community. But imagine how many Muslims showed up for her janazah. And if you know about the hadith that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, he says about the janazahs, when 40, just you need 40 believing men and women to do dua and do salat over you, that's gonna almost, inshallah, ensure your Jannah, regardless of what you did. Imagine how many people showed up for her janazah. May we all have an ending like this. May we all be blessed to have this type of circumstance happen in our life. MashaAllah, this was the, I'm not gonna lie, this was probably the best story that I heard on TikTok all year. And number 3, never give up on your family. Never give up on your family, because that lady didn't give up on her family. And see how her son converted to Islam and got the grave right next to his mom. Subhanallah, y'all. This is, if you're a revert and you have family that are non-Muslim, you'll understand that feeling, that desire to have your family be Muslims with you. You'll understand that desire to have your family be believers along with you. And subhanallah, do you know how much blessing that she got even in the grave? Even in the grave, for her son becoming Muslim? Subhanallah. Listen, I don't even care. TikTok might not pay me for this. TikTok might even give me a strike. But no, this video was too beautiful for me to pass it up. I had to help share it.